Welcome back, everybody. So today we are continuing our world tour of my Let's Play world, and we're going to start off right here at the lighthouse where we left off in the last episode. So we're going to head out west over all this undiscovered country and uncharted territory until we get as far as we have gone west, which is I call Salvation Island. So we're going to start here at this portal, and then work over our way to the brew house, tour the main Salvation Island, and then end up over here at the Wizard's Tower. And then from the Wizard's Tower, we're going to head north, all the way over here until we reach the Mesa biome, and the biome base, which is perched on top of the hill. Next up, we're going to travel north from the Mesa biome, sailing across the sea, through the canal, and all the way up until we reach this outpost I have built here at the edge of a dark oak forest. And then looping back around to Salvation Island, we're actually going to head east this time, stop at a small outpost, and then finally wrap up the tour at a very remote house and storage area we have, and then some mining operations which I started out here. So about a year after I started up the Let's Play world, the 1.8 update came out and had ocean monuments, new blocks, and all that kind of stuff. And this was even before I took the road south that we just toured. I decided to zoom out in the nether and pop out a portal and see what I can find. So the portal actually generated right in the middle of the ocean, floating up above everything. And there wasn't really any land nearby except for this tiny little island. So I swam over there, and I promptly named it Salvation Island because it was the only bit of land for me to stand on. It was actually really a pain to get everything building around the portal because there's nothing, no land to start blocks building from, so I kind of had to jump up with dirt and build down and then around. And finally got this structure around the portal, and then I decided to connect everything underwater with these rail systems. So from the rail system we can go up the ladder all the way into the brew house, which sits basically on a platform floating above the water. And that's where I put the nether wart and the brew station and all that kind of equipment. So the underwater rail system leads all the way into the main island base. And I've just got some storage in this cactus farm here. And then up a level here we have the storage area with a bunch of chests and all that. And then if we go all the way to the top, we get into the main building. So on the main floor, we have a bedroom here behind this curtain, just a bed, some chests, a very sparse area. The whole build here is really quite plain. Doesn't have a really good style or any style at all. Just kind of a box to keep everything safe overnight and give me a place to sleep and not get killed. And then from up here you can get a good look all around at everything. It's the spawn platform, the underwater tunnel, Wizard's Tower. And then over here I got a chicken farm. And just to get a good idea how old this place is, it was founded in 1776 days. So when I popped out of the portal, I immediately fell into the water and then had to swim over here to the only dry land I could find. And the first thing I did was build this house and then get a couple survival farms going. But it was really not until some time later that I actually came back to finish everything up on this. So this island is very flat and a bit waterlogged. So I ended up decorating it with a bunch of ponds, added this cove with a little entrance, and then put this protective wall to keep the mobs from coming over here to where I was actually living. So sometime later I came back, added this tree grove here, and the natural path and everything, this little bridge. It takes us all the way over here to this Wizard's Tower. So the tower is just that, tower. basically hollow on the inside here. We have this ladder that goes all the way up to the top where the only functional part of the building is, which is this enchanting table and bookcases at the top. It's kind of how I imagine a wizard's tower, with nothing really down below, but the top is where all the wizardry stuff goes on. So making our way down here underneath the island, I've got a rail system set up that will take us down all the way to lower level underground tunnels, which connects all our bases over here. So I've set up a number of mine shafts along this tunnel here. A few cubby little holes where I can do sleeping and store stuff, and give me a base of operations so I can go out there and explore the caves to do some mining and get supplies to actually build this tunnel at the time. So this rail line is very long. It goes all the way from Salvation Island to the Mesa biome, which otherwise is an overworld boat trip. And I didn't have one style, I just sort of changed it based on what kind of caves I came across and my mood at the time of the building. So the tunnel runs straight from Salvation Island to the Mesa biome around level 5. So we run straight across here through level 5, cut through the caves and the lava lakes. Nothing really fancy, just a pretty straightforward cave. The Mesa biome is the first real large landmass we hit when we're heading north over the ocean. So I established a beachhead here with a dock, a small house, and then I use that as my base of operations to build into the top of the mesa. From the outside, you can hardly tell there's a base here at all. The red glass roof really blends in nicely with the rest of the Mesa biome. And the only thing really sticking out are these giant spruce trees, which come out of the animal farm here. So way down south in that direction is Salvation Island, where we came from. And right here we have the first house that I added. It's built with green clay and oak wood, and I think that's a really good combination for the build because it seems to go together really nicely. So at the top of the hill is the main base, carved directly into the hill. When we first walk in here, we just have this large open space with a few bits and pieces here and there. And over here we have the farms for the animals. It's just a small, tiny little area I've carved out here with just enough sheep and cows to produce the wool and the beef that I need for the base. And it looks like I have a visitor again. I'm really not sure why he's climbing that ladder, and I don't think the llama is going to make it. So this room over here is just a tiny little small storage area. A chest full of miscellaneous junk, and then I've got this one chest right here to send the items down to the main storage area down below. So we got a secured room over here. That's where I keep my ender chest, and then I've got this other chest with all the precious metals such as gold and stuff in it. This balcony over here gives a good look down at the house and the docks over on this side of the mesa. So down there is the rail system that we arrived on. And if we go around here, you'll see my office and bedroom. Heading through these double doors are the workshops. Here is an enchanting room. And then over here is a forge. So we got some decorations with the furnace minecart and some other rail minecarts around here. And this little room over here is where the brewing station is. And then of course we have our nether portal. So heading on down under here, we will get to the main storage area. So we've got all the chests arranged all around the exterior walls. And then we got a few in the middle. And the ones on the walls are all filtered, so there's a specific block for each one. So you toss everything into the hopper or chest upstairs, and they will get sorted and put into their proper chests. I did start working on a second storage level down here, but never did get around to finishing it. So now we're going to head on north, take out over across the ocean, following these markers, and we're going to visit the zombie spawner and a base I have up there. On this area of the world, there's a lot of ocean with a few islands and little land masses. So the easiest way to get around is to use a boat. So on this one place on the journey, there is a river that ran between the two bodies of water, kind of cutting between the savanna and the desert. And I ended up having to widen that up a bit and make an actual canal out of it so I could easily sail my boat through to the other side. And then once we come out on the other side, it's a pretty straight shot up here until we get to the new base. I really can't remember how I decided to travel this way or actually end up over here with this dark oak forest. But I did build a base out here with a dock. Everything's out of the dark oak. Because I just needed to have a safe place where I could actually work and sleep. Then after that I carved out the mine shaft, I've added the portal in, and we have rails that go all the way down. Wraps around in through this lava tunnel, and then we come out into the zombie XP spawner. So we have to cross this bridge over this underground ravine, and then we get into this giant room, which I carved out just to have a lot of storage area for any of the drops and stuff we found. And then over along the back wall, I got my enchanting table. And then directly behind this wall is the zombie spawner. You know, I have the light switch controlled to turn the lights on and off to control the spawning. So I can just turn them off, wait. Zombies will drop right down here, and then I can collect the XP. There's also a cave spider spawner relatively close by, so I've tried to get those both working at the same time, but the spider spawner really never worked, and they're really hard to get XP off of, so I've kind of just let it fade away. So from here, we are going to go head back to Salvation Island, and then take our final leg of the journey, which will be taking a look at the stuff we have to the east of here. So if we head directly east, away from Salvation Island, we're going to weave in through a bunch of islands and stuff here. I have one little island rest area right in the middle of everything. So I headed directly east into the ocean away from Salvation Island. And we get over here, you can just see this little outpost I have set up here. You know, it wasn't really because there's any resources here. I just needed a rest area so I didn't have to sit in the middle of the water overnight, or, it gave me a place to sleep. It's pretty simple. Got a little cobblestone and looks like spruce dock here. Very dangerous forest if you're out here at night. I remember there's nothing lit up around here. A cave, I forgot. Oh, I do have a mining cave, and that probably goes down to mine. You know how that goes. And then we got the main building here. Andesite and pink windows with oak. Bricks and cobblestone. Kind of a little mixture of everything. Not bad. Pretty standard. Did collect a few things here and there. Oh, lots of food. A pretty simple rest area. There's nothing else around here, so next stop will be the I guess it'd be the farthest east I've gone in this area. Although I do, you know, there's thousands of blocks between us and spawn. Continuing on our way to the east, a little bit of ocean until we get to this desert beach here. And this is where I've added a kind of a warehouse base area right there. Another little house with some horse pens. And then I've got this road that just kind of meanders all the way across the plains and stuff until we reach a mine shaft that I have out here, way out in the middle of nowhere. Here we go. I can just see the building in the distance. A lot of ocean between me and where we were. It does have quite a mix of terrain. You got your desert, you got your forest, you got your plains. I think there's the acacia savanna back there. We finally make it to civilization. So we have a cobblestone box. Boy, that is one ugly build right there. I think this is called using whatever you have in your inventory to make something because you have to. Lots of empty chests in here. A few supplies. What do we have up here? I think just a bed in a very empty room. I did try a little bit of architecture, or you know, variety on the walls at least. Not much you can do with cobblestone though. Should really mix it with something else. I probably should have put sandstone in there, because that would have been better. And if we go over here, let's see, I've got, looks like a road off this way, although it doesn't look like it's well used. It does have a minecart rail. I don't remember what I have over here. It does go a little ways. It's getting dark too. I'm gonna have to sleep. Oh wow. So this goes all the way down there. Let me get some sleep and then we can find a minecart, because I think that might be the easiest way to get down there. So I ran over to this building so I can get some sleep, and it's another amalgamation of every block I had in my inventory, it looks like. I don't know if I was making an attempt at some kind of new style, but I'm not sure I really like the outside. The inside actually isn't too bad. A couple little benches in this entry hall. A rudimentary work area over there. Up here, got these bottom half slabs so nothing spawns, but also means I don't have any furniture anywhere except for this bed. These little wall sconces, which probably would look good if I put the not the candle, but the torch, come on top of them? Or maybe it won't. Will the torch not go on top? Oh, there we go, yeah. I think they'd be better if the torch was right there. And up here, gotta get a view of the area. There's some wild looking hills over there. A couple horse pens. Only one horse. Got some fields. There's the docks where we came from, and there is that mysterious rail system where I don't even remember where it goes to, so we're going to go take a look at that. I did find some iron in the chest here, so I was able to make me a minecart. Okay, got that. Let's push that button and we can go. Very curious to see where this ends up. I mean, it's not a bad bridge here. I kind of like the bridge. We're going to go down. I left a bunch of ores and stuff. Oh, look, that looks like a ravine we just went through. Oops, and there's the other minecart. So I wonder if this must run to... Well, that don't look safe. Oh, okay. This must go all the way down to my... because I know I have a mine at the end of this. Oh, we just got an empty room. Lots of... So if I ever want to start building a society down here, I think I've got a bunch of supplies to start with. Wow. Nice big open space. Of course, I left the rail back there. Let me go get that minecart. I thought I saw a creeper. Will he see me? I don't think he saw me. Okay. You know, I'm just spending a little more time down here because I know none of this was on camera before. Nobody's seen this except for me. And I even forgot it was here. I can't tell you when it was built. It must have been a long time ago. I left a lot of diamonds. Oh, I bet I didn't have a fortune pick, so I just left the diamonds. Wow. Look at that. More diamonds. When we get to the end, we have this smelting area. Let's just take this just in case. Look at all those diamonds. But that's my lava pit for smelting. Got a ton of furnaces here. Nothing on the back. Lots of furnaces. Big open space. Oh, dangerous caves here. Oh, we even have a mine shaft. Interesting. See, this probably goes back into, yeah, that goes into the mine shaft. So we want to probably take this ladder all the way up to the top. Okay, this is starting to look familiar, yes. So I remember this. This was my initial mine shaft. I just sort of built a little building around it to protect me. It was kind of in this little cubby hole. Yeah, so basically I had an open cave and I just threw a building or a box, you know, over the end of the cave so I could go down and start mining. So that's the mine shaft area proper. And then we have a little sleeping and living quarters here. Nothing too exciting. So I do know this is the end of the road as far as this part of the journey goes. And then I built this path out this way just to give me a little bit more safe passage. Yeah, none of this has been on, no one's ever seen this. You're seeing this for the first time. And it was so long ago that I don't remember when specifically this was built. It had to be with You know, the rest is the Salvation Island stuff. So 2015, I think the date over there is 1776. So this is probably 1780, maybe. Maybe even 1800. I don't know how long I spent over here. But this isn't a bad road. I would put a lot more variation on it nowadays. You know, path blocks didn't exist, so it wasn't as easy as hitting it with a shovel. But I think nowadays I would add a bunch of gravel, some coarse dirt, cobblestone and stone, just to make it look a bit more roady, or at least down the middle kind of road it like it's been traveled. And there we go, we're back here. And that wraps up the tour. So I'm not sure where we're going to go next time, but we will be back up near spawn area into the mainland, because this is, you know, this is so far off the beaten path that it's not connecting anything. We may take a look at the castle or the beach or something like that. But I want to say thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy this series, and I hope you come back and catch the next episode. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.